everyone, we're Chad and Ashley. Say hi to Buddy.
Hi, Buddy. Look at those legs.
And we are in Central California in a city called Fresno. And if you watched our last video, you know we just left Yosemite. I was about to say Yellowstone. And now we are in a Walmart parking lot and we'll be spending the night here. By the way, it is freaking hot. I am dying. Buddy looks like he's dying too. We're all dying in here, but we're gonna stick it out because this is what boondocking is like sometimes, especially when you plan the wrong time of year to be here. So, but real quick before we do anything, we were in Yellowstone again. We were in Yosemite for about a week, so we're pretty much out of groceries, so we're gonna hop into Walmart real quick. One benefit of having Walmart right here, and do some grocery shopping. Let's go.
Alright, we are all stocked up, just pulled out of the Walmart, and just outside Fresno there's two parks. It's called Sequoia and Kings Canyon, and it's supposed to have some big sequoia trees there. And there's one stand of sequoias that I saw listed in a random article called Grant Grove, that sounds right. And it's only 40 miles from here, up this road, so we're gonna go and look at Grant Grove, and then hopefully find some other stuff to do, because we haven't done any research on this area yet. So, let's figure out some stuff to do. Well, kind of an unexpected surprise there. I don't know why it didn't register to us that we were coming into a national park today. It was kind of a shock when we pulled up on that little booth. But our parks pass covered it. This is Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park. I guess it's kind of a two-in-one deal. I don't know why they don't differentiate them. But I guess part of the reason I didn't think it was a national park is because on one of the apps we use to find free camping spots, it kind of shows a bunch of free camping spots, like 2 or 3 miles from here, what I guess is in the park, kind of. So I don't know what the deal is there. So we're going to go look at those later. But for now, we got to Grant Grove. We just pulled in the parking lot. Ashley is getting ready. And, oh, fun fact about this park. It looks like there's actually a lot of stuff to do around here. Something about the biggest tree in the world is here, and it's not a redwood. Kind of surprised? I don't know. We're going to have to look into that. Also, we're parked right next to a tree in Grant Grove. It's called the General Grant tree, which we'll show you in a second, which they call the second largest tree. I'm not sure if they're talking about in the park or in the world, but it's probably close either way.
I think it's 275 feet.
That's not the tallest, though, so why was it
I don't know. I think it says 275 feet.
I don't know what they're calling the biggest, if it's like overall like weight or like volume of the tree, but it's definitely not height, because the redwoods are way taller. So, anyways, let's go check out these trees.
And before we head into the park, I saw what made me think about this was Chad was showing you the map to this park, and I realized I never showed you guys my mini collection. I started it a little late, so I'm missing about 7 or 8 of the parks, but it's still so exciting every time I look at it. Look at this collection here I have.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't it so cool? We got, oh, I'm not gonna read them all to you, but you get the point. Look how cool this is, and I'm gonna have to go back and get the ones I'm missing, but still, I like it. All right, now let's go check out some trees.
Ashley, first impressions of sequoias?
I think they're pretty cool. I like them. Are they better than redwoods? I'm not sure.
Look at this tree that you can walk all the way through. So it seems like they're really similar in diameter to redwoods, and honestly, they kind of look similar too. But I guess they're just not as tall. I don't know how tall they get, but it seems like they're like 100 feet shorter, roughly, than redwoods. So really impressive still, since you can't really see the tops of the redwoods anyways. All right, this is the General Grant tree, the second largest tree, whatever that may mean to you. And it's got a big fire scar on the back of it.
So, a long time ago, I think it was like 1870s, people didn't believe that these trees existed and how big they were. So a lot of them, or a few, I want to say that there was like 4 or 5, were cut down and just shipped across the country just to prove that they were real. And they were put in exhibits and like put as like freaks, I guess, like and they thought it was a hoax, like no one really believed it. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and this is one of the stumps that was left over right here. 24 feet around.
Oh look, I didn't see that
across.
sign. Oh, 1875. So I think the reason why I don't know if I want to say I like them more than redwoods, but I like them a lot because yeah, they're huge, but like you can still kind of see the top, so you kind of get the sense of how big they are. Redwoods, you look at them and you're like, how big is this thing? Like you don't really know. And so, I don't know, I like these trees. I like the branch, like the leaves on them. I don't know, I think I like these trees a little more.
All right, we finished up at Grant Grove, and we came just down this main road that runs through Kings Canyon and Sequoia National Parks, and it turns out there's actually a little tiny gap in the road when you're driving that is not the national park. So you pop out and that's actually in Sequoia National Forest. So that is where we are now. If you look behind me, we found this nice boondocking spot up in the woods here. It's at really high elevation compared to this morning. When we were at that Walmart this morning, we were pretty sure below 1,000 feet. I don't know the exact elevation, but we drove by a sign after we were already coming up a little bit that said 1,000 feet elevation. And here we're at around 7,000. So huge difference. The temperature here is perfect. Where's the sun coming from? The temperature here is perfect. Much, much nicer than where we were before. Give you a quick look at this spot. Very nice. It's just off a dirt road. It was a pretty tight dirt road to get in. Don't think I'd recommend any rigs bigger than ours back here, but we did make it just fine. And if you had a smaller 4x4 down the, or not even 4x4, just smaller for a shorter wheelbase and high clearance, you could get farther down this road. And it's not much better, honestly. But very cool road here, a bunch of spots. We'll put GPS coordinates to this spot we're staying. Here's the dirt road that comes in behind me. That is what it looks like right there. Very smooth up to this point, and then we just pulled right off through these trees and got a nice spot in the woods back here. So we've got a little bit of time to spend here. We're actually attempting to kill roughly a week, if I had to guess. Then we've got plans 1 week out, which you will see in one of our next couple of videos. But for now, we got about a week to spend around this national park area and heading a little farther south also. So,
you didn't tell them the most important thing.
Ashley has to tell you the most important thing.
You had to tell them.
Ashley, what's the most important thing?
The most important? Do you know what it is?
No, I'm not sure.
Are you kidding me?
No, that Buddy likes it?
What?
I don't know, what?
My birthday!
Oh yeah! Who remembers that anyway?
That's so mean. My birthday is in 2 days. 2? I think.
2, yeah.
2 days.
Very exciting.
I'm getting old.
How old are you?
I'm gonna be 24.
Ugh.
So, I was in the RV for the past 20 minutes trying to come up with a plan of what to do in this park, and there seems like there's some interesting trails that I want to check out. One of them is called Big Baldy. I think it's like a
Good job, bud. You got in the hammock.
What the hell? It's like
I literally watched him getting ready to jump. As you were saying, Big Baldy.
Big Baldy. It's like a 4-mile hike. There's also Little Baldy. That's a little bit of a hike too. Buddy, what the hell? And there are a couple other ones. I can't remember all of them, but of course we'll tell you when we're there. And yeah, pretty excited. Some of them sound like they have really good views and really nice hikes, and we can't wait to explore them.
All right, we made it to the hike called Big Baldy. It's a 4.4 mile hike with 630 feet of elevation change. We actually left to come on this hike like 3 hours ago and then got super distracted on the way. We stopped at a lodge, found out it had Wi-Fi, and after not having service for about 3 days, sat there forever, and then what else? We just did something else. I forgot what it was though.
We went and checked out the last campsite.
Oh, that's right. I want to tell you about this other camp spot. So I know we just showed you the one we're staying at, but there's actually another one that we wanted to go to that we drove past on the way in, but they're paving the roads through here. And when we drove by, just happened to be when they were paving the entrance to that camp spot. It's actually like a big, slightly more established group campsite. No facilities or anything, just fire rings and a big sign that pretty much says National Forest Group
and an
camp
actual
spot.
road. It's not a dirt road.
Oh yeah, and a paved road in. The entrance to ours was more of just a tight turn off a dirt road that we could hardly make. This was like an actual paved entrance. But they just happened to be laying the asphalt right at the entrance, probably just for like the 2 or 3 hours that we happened to drive by looking for a spot. So we thought the whole spot was closed, skipped it, and moved on to our spot. It is a very nice spot. If it were open on the way in, that's where we would be. And it's right on a really pretty waterfall. I took a little clip of it. I'll throw that in right here. But I mean, the camp spots, it looks just like the one we're at, except it is just a short walk down to this river. So I'll put in the coordinates of that spot as well. The only negative to the spot is that I think it gets a lot busier. There was one person there, and the guy who we actually talked to him, and he said that just like this past weekend, about 30 people were there, and he was complaining that they destroyed some stuff, but sounds like it does get busy. So, and you know, on the contrary, our campsite, we've seen like 2 cars drive through since we've been there. No one else camping there. It's very private. You hardly see anyone. So ours is more private. This one with the waterfall is a better spot. We'll give you the coordinates to both. You could pick which one you want. Both awesome free options that are, I mean, it's basically in the national park. It's funny. It's in just this tiny little section that's technically not national park. It's Sequoia to the north. No, sorry. Kings Canyon to the north, Sequoia to the south. Right now we're back in what is technically Kings Canyon for this hike, which is the Big Baldy hike. I'm assuming it's up to a big, bald-looking rock. I don't know. We'll show you what we see.
Have really nice views at the end of it. Did you say how big it was? It's 4.4 miles total, and it's only a 630 feet elevation gain. So hopefully we could bang out this hike pretty quickly.
Yeah, and we have to because we got started so late. And the sun's kind of setting there. It looks like we've got a couple hours. So let's do this. It's a good call. And as you can see, it's still a little bit smoky from all those fires. Messes up the views a little bit, but not bad. It's definitely more clear than it was when we were by Yosemite. So I think, I'm not sure, but I think that's Big Baldy. Not really sure. But anyways, just wanted to show you. We got the sun right there. And then we got the moon right, it's kind of hiding behind that tree, right there. How cool that we have both. There's a very rare species of bird only seen from the top of Big Baldy. It's called the two birthday balloons bird. Oh yeah, actually those are your birthday balloons. I let them go by accident, sorry. Just kidding, not our balloons. Just thought it was funny, they happen to be flying through here. I don't know who let those go, because those are going to be stuck in a tree tomorrow. Very rude. Whew. Well, great hike. It was a pretty quick one too. Only 2.2 miles one way, so probably a little under an hour. Oh, there's a big cell tower over there too. Look at this. Is there cell service up here? Well, still no cell service. But I think we're going to start heading down soon after spending a few minutes up here. Get down before dark and back to our campsite. All right, made it back to the trailhead. Just maybe 20, 30 minutes before sunset here. Calling it a day. Good hike. I believe Ashley actually took the map of these two parks, the Kings Canyon and Sequoia, and circled all the things she wanted to do. And this was the last thing to do in Kings Canyon National Park. So I think we're going to end out that video here, go back to our campsite, and then we will open up a new one for a new park in the next day or two. So for now, we'll say goodbye and we'll catch up with you. Oh, wait, I'm waiting.
One thing I wanted to mention, we didn't talk about the hike. It was a really nice hike. I think it was a good one. I mean, it wasn't too tiring. And I think if there wasn't so much fog, it'd actually be a really, really nice view. And yeah, I guess that's really what I want to say. So,
all right.
Definitely recommend it, I guess. It's a good one.
We recommend everything we do.
I know, you're right.
All right. Closing that one out here. And we'll catch up with you guys in the next one.
Bye.